Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, I will be showing you how to install PostgreSQL. Before we can install PostgreSQL, we have to download it from the link displayed on the screen. This is the PostgreSQL website. There is an option here to download. There's also a download option here. So I'm going to click on this option to download. And you are given this download page. Depending on your operating system, there are different options. If you are using a Mac, a Linux based computer, Solaris or Windows. So I'm using Windows based computer. So I'm going to click on the link for Windows. If you're using a Mac, just click on the link for a Mac OS. So I'll click the Windows link. And that will give me the Windows installer. So you install it via an installer. You have to download the installer and then you install. I'm going to click on this option here, the link to download the installer. I'll click on that and that will take me to another page. This page contains the different versions of the PostgreSQL database, and the download links have different options for different versions. Here we've got the versions. The most latest version is version 2.2, and you have the various operating systems here. So where you see not applicable, it means there is no download link for that version for this Linux operating system. And also for 12.2, there's nothing for Linux 32-bit and 64-bit. If you're on a Mac, there is a download link for Mac OS X to download the latest version of PostgreSQL, which is version 12.2. If you are using a Windows computer, a 64-bit Windows computer, then there is a link to download the latest. If you are using a 32-bit Windows computer, there is no link for that if you're using 32-bit. For version 11.7, if you're using a Windows 32, there is no link for that. Also Linux 32, no link for that. And Linux 64-bit, there's also no link for that. To check if you're using a 32-bit or 62-bit operating system on a Windows-based computer, you have to go to your control panel and go to the system option, and within the system and security option you click on system, and that will display the information here. So if you look here, it tells me here that my system type is 32-bit operating system. The suitable download link for my operating system is this one here. So I'm going to be downloading version 10.12. If your system requirements allows you to download the latest version, which is 12.2, I would strongly recommend you click on that download link. For me, this is the latest version I can download that my operating system allows. So I'm going to click on this download option here to start the download. So my download has completed. That's my download file here. On this page here, it also gives you installation instructions. So I'm just going to double click to start the installation. On the setup page here, just click next, and then you'll be prompted for a location. Just accept the default location where it's going to install it. I'll click next, and then you have the different options. It's going to install, these are all the components. It's going to install PostgreSQL Server, pgAdmin 4. pgAdmin 4 is the tool that you use to administer the PostgreSQL Server, and it's going to add the stack builder and the command line tool. Just accept everything and click next. Click next. And then you have to enter a password. This password is important. Make sure you remember it. It's going to be the password for the database Superuser, and the database Superuser is called Postgres. So the password you set here is what you're going to use each time you log into the database as the Postgres user, which is a Superuser account. Once you've entered the password and confirmed the password, click Next. And then it tells you this is the default port that the PostgreSQL server listens for. So you leave that unchanged, click Next, and then just accept the default, click Next, and then click Next, and we'll wait for the installation to continue. The setup has finished installing the PostgreSQL on my computer. There is a check on this option here. Stack Builder basically is a tool that can be used to download and install additional tools, drivers, and applications to complement your PostgreSQL installation. If you want to do that, you leave that checked. If you don't want to do it, just uncheck it. I'm going to leave it checked and just click Finish. That will then give you this screen here. This is the Stack Builder screen where you can install additional software to complement your PostgreSQL. So in the drop down here, there's an option for remote server. I'm not on a remote server, so I'll click on PostgreSQL 10, which is on my local machine, and it's listening on port 5432. If you want to add proxy servers, there's an option to add proxy servers. I'm going to click Next. It then presents you with different applications that you may want to install. It's best to click on the plus sign on each one to check the one you want to install. So I'm just going to expand each one. Under database drivers, if you want to use any of these database drivers, you just click on the box to check it, and that will install it. Under database servers, if I scroll down here, you can see here it says this one is already installed, which is the 32-bit I have installed. If I wanted to install version 9.4, 9.5, 9.6, I just click on the checkbox and that will install it. There is this one for registration. I'm just going to click down, expand that. And if I look in there, there's nothing there I like to install. Now I look on that replication solutions. I look on that there is nothing I want to install in there for now. I don't really want to install anything. There's nothing here that takes my fancy. So I'm just going to cancel out of that. It's going to prompt me, are you sure you want to close the Stack Builder wizard? I'll say yes. In this video, we downloaded and installed PostgreSQL. Thank you for watching. Bye for now. Hello and welcome. In this lecture, I am going to do my best to guide you as to how you can install PostgreSQL on a Mac. I haven't got a Mac to show you, but I will do my best to guide you as to how you can do this. The installation should be slightly different just because of the format. However, you'll be using the same graphical user tool that I used to show you the installation on a Windows-based computer. So we're going to start by going to the website. So the website is https://www.postgresql.org. So we're going to head over there to download the file. So this is the home page for the PostgreSQL. So if you click on this download tab here, you will have different options. So if you are on a Mac, you need to click on the Mac OS, click on that option. And then what you need to download the installer. You see this option here that says download the installer. This is what you need. So click on that and that will take you to the installer page. So where you've got select your version, you select the version of your Mac. For example, if the version of the PostgreSQL, so select the latest version, which is usually at the top. So select that one And then for your operating system, click on the drop down arrow and select, there's only one option for Mac, just select Mac OS X. And then there's an option to download. So you can click on the download and that should download to your Mac folder or download that. I've just clicked on the download even though I'm not on a Mac, and this is the file. So it packages it as a DMG file, which is a disk image file. So to extract the installer, you basically simply have to mount the disk image and copy the installer to the desired location, or you can run it directly from the disk image. Please note that by default, Mac OS X ships with shared memory settings that might be too low for running the PostgreSQL. However, the installer will detect this and, if possible, reconfigure the shared memory, and then may prompt you to reboot the system and rerun the installation. So if you get that happen, don't be surprised. So that's basically it. So just run this DMG file and just follow the screen instructions. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Any issues, please let me know. Bye for now.